So that's that whole question about if the stress or the issues are outside the workplace. Yeah. So one of the questions is that the right question to be asking? Darren?
I've got a view on that. I think it's a very good question, and it's a very frequently asked question. When we're talking about stress, firstly, let's analyse what stress is, and I will come on to your question, but I'll just take 30 seconds to talk about the word stress. According to the HSE, stress isn't an illness. Stress is a reaction to a set of circumstances. That stress can then cause mental health issues like anxiety and depression, but stress itself isn't an illness. And Jonathan made the point of sometimes stress being good. It is. I think that the HSE would probably say, well, pressure's okay. Stress, being a reaction that is caused by a set of circumstances that is beyond the person's control, generally wouldn't be so good. But certainly pressure on people
it's
to
interesting
perform well.
because you often get doctor certificates that say stress.
They do. But it's according to the HSE, it's not really. Isn't a medicalised term. It's a reaction, and that can cause mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Now, in terms of your question, it's a question that I'm frequently asked. In most cases, though, the cause of the stress, whether it's arising from something that happens at work or something that happens outside of work, 9 times out of 10 it isn't totally relevant to how one would respond to that, because whether the stress is caused by situations outside of the workplace or in the workplace, if someone is suffering from mental health difficulty, there are going to be the same productivity losses. You're looking at the same potential absence rates, and in terms of an opportunity for you as an employer, you could argue that it actually provides greater opportunities, because if you're saying to one of your people who has got outside issues for whatever reason, look, you may be operating at 60% right now, I understand that, and I understand the reasons why, but actually 60% of you is worth having. That attitude can actually be an opportunity to build loyalty, and it's a very powerful thing. In terms of where there is a dividing line, it would be nice to be able to sit here and say to you, in the abstract, there is a dividing line. On this side you're fine, and on this side you're not. But the reality is there isn't. It does depend on the factual circumstances. The key is empathy, and to ensure that not only are you listening to the individual's concerns and how their perceptions of how that feeds into the workplace, but actually you, if you can, suggest a set of solutions or a set of adjustments which might help them through a transitional period of difficulty in their lives. If you are worried that that is becoming a risk in terms of potential employment law disputes, of course the way forward is to document that very carefully. But all you can do really is document your understanding of the nature of the concerns, which will show that you've listened to the people. Document the things that you have done or you have offered to do. But if you reach a point where it is still causing significant problems in the workplace, then at that point it's still potentially legitimate to use formal mechanisms, if you really have to, around performance management and around absence management.
And we'll come on to those in a while.